All right, everybody. Thank you all for joining me on my discussion of the SCAR. Love it or hate it. Let's talk about it. So, there is a whole lot of SCAR fanboys. I am not one of them, but I did come in here trying to give this the best assessment and most accurate assessment that I could to be as fair as possible on this. Please keep in mind that these are merely my opinions on the matter. I do believe that I am pretty accurate in my assessment on it. This is not to say, though, that I am perfect. I am not. This is merely my assessment on the matter and my opinion. And it's not meant to be anything else but. There was another player here. Oh, so you can get up there. Ouch. This hurt. That's how you do that, huh? Anyways, when I first started doing this video, I started playing with the SCAR. I had a heck of a hard time with it. Dang. My reasoning being that I was comparing this weapon to the M4. That was a mistake that I paid for many, many, many times. The SCAR is not the M4. It is nowhere close to the M4. You would think that they're two 5.56 firing bullet weapons, both of them fully automatic. Of course they're the same weapon, or similar to. They're basically just the same weapon with a different skin. Not at all. Not in the slightest. I was comparing this to the M4 because it was a similar caliber. I thought... And that was a mistake, again. The SCAR fires very much slower. The SCAR does a lot less damage per bullet. The SCAR is not an efficient weapon at close range and should not be used as such. This was something that I kept trying to make it do. I kept trying to make this weapon good at close range. This was a mistake. Now, of course, you can get kills with the SCAR at close range. Obviously. It is still a weapon, a fully automatic weapon, firing 5.56 bullets. You can do it, but the advantage definitely goes to the M4 with that. Is that a player up there? Oh, that was a tree. Because the M4 fires at a stupidly high rate of fire, I will take the M4 with FMJ bullets up against a full kitted tier 6 squad, and I will win. What do I mean by that? Well, 5.56 bullets both have I will have a percentage chance of penetrating all tiers of armor. All tiers of armor. It only matters. The only variable on that is how many bullets it takes to get through. Well, the SCAR fires so much slower than the M4 that it takes much longer to do the same amount of damage. Much longer to get through that armor consistently and kill somebody. To put things in perspective, firing at somebody and hitting limbs only, say the hand. If you shoot somebody in just the hand with the M4, it's going to take you 8 bullets to kill somebody by shooting them in the hand only. That's a lot of bullets. You do the same thing with the SCAR, it's going to take you 12 bullets to get the kill off. That's a lot of bullets. That's a lot of extra time. Time that you may not have. In fact, I'd say that you probably don't have. The SCAR is not an M4 equivalent, and it was wrong of me to compare it to. What I should have been comparing the SCAR to was the AK Alpha. Now, not to insult SCAR fans or AK Alpha fans or anything like that. These are very different weapons, of course. Oh, look at that. These are very different weapons, of course, but if I had to compare it to one weapon in particular, definitely the Alpha. Who's over there now? Someone traded here. Someone's up over there now. I grabbed the purple and ran already. That is where the SCAR surpasses everything. Everything. Except the Alpha. That right there. Low recoil. Very easily controlled at medium to long ranges. Right there is its bread and butter. And that is where the AK Alpha is also strongest. Medium to long ranges, it's a fantastic weapon. Now, I still always compare things to the weapon I am most familiar with. That is the M4. Always compare it to that. So, the AK Alpha compared to the M4 is superior to the M4 in medium to long ranges. I contend that the M4 does better at close range. Not by much, but it does, due to its high rate of fire. Additionally, I contend that the AK Alpha is superior to the M4 at medium range and is about neck and neck with the M4 at long range. The M4 set to single shot is very good at long range, but the AK Alpha fully auto is also extremely good at long range. So much so that I'd say that they're about neck and neck. Anybody else here? Somebody's at the boathouse right now, but I don't think I'm going to catch them in time. But again, that is where the SCAR does best. Medium to long range. Medium to long range, this thing is a dream to fire. So easy to control. So simple, it's a true pleasure to be able to use this weapon. Unfortunately, with that being said, there's some unfortunate caveats that have to be mentioned. Saw the player there. Hopefully he comes running out. Really? someone else now. Uh-oh. That's back towards my booty. Gotta make sure I keep that. There's a chance the guy I killed over here had a purple. So, those caveats I mentioned. The SCAR is worthless without 60-round drum mags. Because you're having to fire so many more bullets to get the same job done, you are basically required, and I mean this, basically required to have 60-round drums. You can get the job done. You can run around with 30-round drums. It is possible. Someone did get it. Nope, there it is right there. It is possible to do, but you're making your life that much harder for yourself by doing so. The SCAR needs those extra bullets due to the fact that it does so little damage comparatively. Nope, no purple. Dang. Oh well. Yeah, it needs those extra bullets to get the job done. Which is why I say that running this without the 60-round drums is more trouble than it's worth. It's possible, absolutely. It is possible, but Fennec. But would I advise it? Absolutely not. I've lost my target, or he died. Additionally, I would say that while it is possible to use the SCAR just with FMJ, absolutely, it is possible. Land your shots. You can do it. Aim for the exposed limbs. You're fine. It is very possible to do so. It's not easy. I don't recommend it. Granted, AP 60-round drums, those are high-tier items. Should you wait to use the SCAR until you are high-tier? Yeah, I think you should. The SCAR is a high-tier weapon. I'm not joking. The SCAR should not be used by those that don't know what they're doing, nor should it be used by those who can't afford to use the SCAR. Those that use the SCAR need to know its strengths and its weaknesses. Its weaknesses being close range, its strengths being long range, and the fact that it takes so many more bullets to get the job done means you got to be that much more careful with it. So, for those that wish to use the SCAR, 60-round drums, AP ammunition required. If I had anything else to say about the SCAR, I would say that the SCAR is best if used in a support role. By that I mean that if you're going to use the SCAR, that it should be used by somebody who is willing to stand back and work with somebody else or who's willing to carry a second weapon. The SCAR is a fantastic weapon at its job roles that I have described. Where it falls short, though, it falls very short. It's painfully short. It is usable in its shortcomings. Absolutely usable, but its shortcomings are glaring enough that I think it needs to be pointed out and that it needs to be used with the proper equipment. The SCAR should be used with AP. Dang. And the SCAR should be used with 60-round drum mags. Anything else and you are asking for trouble. You can get by without it, but I don't recommend it. And I really, really strongly recommend that you use it in a support role with another teammate who's able to help you. Does this make the SCAR worthless? Absolutely not. The SCAR is a fantastic tool. You just got to keep those shortcomings in mind. That is my review of the SCAR. Great weapon. Be careful when using it. It'll bite you.